Hi, you guys. I'm trying to make sure everything's okay. Anyways, so I do have Beatles set up. Got phones. Shut up, phone. Thank you. Uh, I got I got the mic going, and I have Mukbang going as well. I ordered in from BBT, and I got what do we call that? Bean curd meal, rice, edamame, noodles, corn, and a hard boiled egg, I suppose you could call it. But we're getting into the usual stuff, which is talking about the things I usually do. And Monday, I have so many ideas for this Monday. I have a song in mind for Monday, which I will do. But this Monday, I did not do that. I did a cover song of an old song, and it was a original song that I wrote. This takes me way back to back to university times. But this is one of the songs that I wrote. It's called Perceptions. It's an original song by Late Night Lullabies, which is my musical outlet. So here we go. hmm Oh. One day I want to meet you, I want to see you, I want to free you from your perceptions that you have that make me so sad because I'm not there to change them, to change them, to change them, but I can change them now. I know you are so low because of a love from a lover that hurt you cold. It left you speechless, but in the recess, you now throw out the ideals of love, of love, of love. And I want to change that now. I'll meet you. I'll free you and change your perception. Oh, but how do I do that? How do I separate myself from the others who may also be attached? How can I let you know that what I feel is real? How can I make you my dear? I'll start with a song and it won't be too long until you know, and then you won't be so long because I'll meet you, I'll see you and free you from your perception, your perceptions, your perceptions, and become your ideal love. Holy shit, that was awesome. I that song is an old song, honestly. Um, wow, this is very late lullabies viewing, honestly, because it's pretty dark, huh? Anyways, that I love it. It kind of takes me back because I wrote that song so long ago and I recorded it so long ago. But every now and then I will throw down some songs that I wrote before that are kind of new
but not, it's not new, but it is new because I haven't really played often. So there was a clean run of Perceptions. This is a song about. Anyways, 1 second, please. Yep. Sorry, the lighting is killing me. But now that we have done Perceptions, I wanted to throw down another song that I wrote, and for many reasons, namely, thank you, hi, thank you. For many reasons, namely that it kind of inspired me to see. Okay. It inspired me to do this song that inspires me. I don't really want to talk about um I don't want to talk about necessarily what that song was about. But I can tell you what this song's about. Mr. Missa, which in the title. So this is another song that I did that I wrote. Late Night Lullaby Certified. Here's a manual candle.
Por favor, papi, say ada for me. Nouveau red, nouveau land, yeah, baby. Chillin' with the Onis, came across a candle. I won't call you a man, not if it causes a scandal. So let's play Dead by Daylight, just not Genshin Impact. Show me the friends around town like us, you're not down bad. Starting today, we're friends, yeah, start today, we're friends. Por favor, papi, say ada for me. Nouveau red, nouveau land, yeah, baby. Chillin' with the Oni, but came across a candle. I won't call you a man, no, not if it causes a scandal. Get him to put and left it still. Quiero loco con otro tema. Dressing up like a cat, either lonely like a dog's. Say ada, cause your español is superb. Por favor, papi, say ada for me. Nouveau red, yeah, baby. Chillin' with the Onis, but came across a candle. I won't call it a man, no, if it causes a scandal. Think about it, cause you're so bad, you're only good for me. So easily. Came across a cat.
Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a lot of tweets I have to go through, so give me a second. But wow. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I now have a new handle on scary movies. I saw it recently, and of course, everybody's seen the other ones. What is this? Halloween, and that's Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, I've seen those before. But yeah, I recently saw it, which is very good. I thumbs up for it. I saw Halloween, and it wasn't that good. Um, but I would, because it's a classic, suggest people see it. I've only seen the first one, so maybe the other ones are better. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, yes, Halloween 1976 to be clear. Next Saturday being, I guess in 2 days. Next Saturday is, I think, voting day or something. That's what I call V for Vendetta Day, where you have to see V for Vendetta. So that's what I'm going to be watching on Saturday. But yes, as I've said, I successfully watched Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, and It. So I think that's a good grasp on Halloween lore, maybe you could call it. It's very good. I suggest seeing it. I saw slash bought Scream, the original one back in the 90s. And I would suggest seeing that. It's a good one. It's a good one. Just to have a good grasp on like horror movies, I suppose. But anyways, let's talk about the blog post of the week. And the blog post is kind of like a twofer. It compares to last week's blog post. And that would be just clarifying the difference now compared to where I was before. Um, it's weird because I had to think about it a lot about where I stand doing certain things. Um, so not to believe that I stand by anything, but I did take some time to think about it, and I certified. Okay, yeah, I'm more in tune with what has been depicted as true before, like moon phases, astrology to a certain extent. I use it as a guideline, but not a tried and true method. I acknowledge chakras and sound waves slash hertz. I accept the value of colors and everything they represent. I acknowledge the power and potential of planets and palms. I remain agnostic, but I do wonder how my recent realizations affect my days. Currently, looking into potential dating material, I can only confirm that whoever I end up with will be so damn lucky. Lyrics, CC. So, I mean, that kind of throws it all together. Like, believing in certain things. Now things have not changed drastically, but yeah, for def. Um, I had to think about things. I have looked into certain things, and I'm not solid on anything necessarily, but I do believe in certain things. Um, the bottom line is necessarily that I'm agnostic. I would encourage people to go to church or whatever, and believe what you believe. But yeah, I mean, it's altogether like just do you, be who you want to be, believe what you want to believe, and I tend to like believe that stuff. Um, I don't think that horoscopes are a tried and true method necessarily, but if ever I need a reason or an excuse, there you go. And that's one thing that I've noticed about myself, which kind of puts which kind of puts everything together, is that I used to kind of be not necessarily bipolar because I hate that term, um, but be kind of double-sided. Like when it's really, really dark out, like fall and winter, it's a different part of me than the spring and summer months, where I'm like more lighthearted and stuff. Because I do believe in the seasonal affective disorder diagnosis that I received so long ago, but it is kind of like the bipolar kind of thing. Um, and now it's like not that bad, because if I was standing by the depressed way of being in life, I I'd be different than I am now. These past few days, I've been like actually very happy. Um, just in general, just I've been a happy camper. I've been generally happy, let's just say. And in the past, it would have been like because it's so dark out, I am the night and dark things and all that stuff. But now it's like it's okay. I mean, I've had to rectify and justify and make sense of things in my mind about how I am and who I tend to be. Um, I have noticed a nice solidification of my what is it called? The third eye. The third eye I'm still working on. But um the one above it. Uh let's talk about that for a second. Wow. Let's see. Did I call it anger? Ah yes. Okay, so what I was thinking of was the crown chakra, which is a good definition of how you are in life in general. And I've been really like overemphasizing or realizing that my crown chakra about who I am as a person. And I think it's fine. I'm like really chill about a lot of things. I have accepted certain things about myself and that I would generally more or less believe in things that are like woo woo, like not science. But if it works and if you can define it and if it makes sense to you, I remember my cousin saying that like it doesn't matter if it's like scientific. If it makes sense to you and you understand it, that's kind of all you need to do. I have to make sense of it. And crown chakra, I'm like, boom, I'm realizing it a lot recently. And more often I have to more often I have to focus on my third eye, which is indigo sound feelings and hurts and whatnot. But I'm working on that. That's kind of like my next step for realizations. But yes, it's not like hmm, it seems kind of uncertain about things in general, but it makes sense to me. And more than anything else, it's like if it works for you and if it makes sense to you, work with it. And so now it's not necessarily like, oh, I don't know, this doesn't make sense, but roughly as rough guidelines, stuff like horoscopes or whatever, they just exist for a reason, and they're trying to from the past, and it existed for a reason, and I tend to align with it a little bit. But as it stands, I have more recently realized my more, what do you call it? I realized certain things about who I am and what I believe. Yeah. Okay. And it's like certain things that you believe or you don't, and I tend to believe it. So that's just how it is. Um, I've been throwing the belief of Genji or Chainsaw Man's belief system, and he seems to be like so gung ho about oppai, and I tend to accept that. And I'm like, you know what? If that's what you're into, go for it. But it's different for everybody, and I hope to see what happens in the next episode of Chainsaw Man. I haven't read the manga, don't plan to read the manga, but I do think it's awesome sauce. And dang dog, it's just fabulous. One thing that I have recently realized is kind of re-evaluating living by the lunar calendar, which is what I do now. And it's like based off the fullness of the moon, which I could totally get into for a whole different thing, but that's the other thing. Um, is basing your motivations and stuff, and to have a motivation and a belief is kind of like how I look at the whole year is kind of like making New Year's resolutions, but making it more like solid, like monthly. So now I have my own resolutions, and will have to keep my moon goals under wraps because it's been told to me continuously to keep that secret. But that is the new way to be, is the being by the moon. And can I just say, oh my gosh, I love the idea of the no negativity November because the November was a whole different thing. Um, you stand by November however you want to stand by November, but I tend to believe certain things that not everybody believes, and I'm okay with that. One thing is like angels guide and protect you. I have leveled up and I feel older, and I'm trying to get used to the feeling about like leveling up. Like I have a level up is kind of like when it's your birthday, and that's that. Like you just you get a year older or you level up, I feel I've made it to the next step kind of situation. But one thing I've noticed in general, I'm not 100% behind it. But yeah. As Spice Babe once said, it's November, new month, new blessings, new happiness, new relationships, new challenges, new rewards. This is your chance. This is your time. Go for it. And I'll continue to be post those. And of course, I always repost things about like that make me happy, like dogs or whatever, or rabbits and stuff. And that's because like I want to look back on my Twitter feed and be happy with it, be pleased with it. Um, Everything that I do and everything I say is like, this is it. This is what I stand by. And of course, there will always be every now and then a nice little ad for like, hey, do you want to buy my oat? Because that's also one thing I'm doing is being an artist. And for deaf. That is my life in a week in a nutshell. And I'm just thrilled with it. I have noticed a small little thing recently that even though I don't own anybody or know anybody in that way, I have found comfort in certain people and people in certain VTubers, I suppose, and it makes me happy. And in the end, that's all that really matters. If you're happy in the end, and that's one of the third thing I was going to talk about is, and I will look at it right now. Actually, to be fair, is the idea of the levels of sorrow. I suppose what's it called? Levels of grief. Was it? Because recently I've come across the idea that perhaps I have surpassed all those levels and I haven't really gone through them properly. There's a disagreement about if there are 5 stages or is there 8 stages and how fast you have to go through all of them when you're dealing with a loss. I know personally that I've recently got my hands on Nelson Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom, and I love listening to it because it reminds me of my dad so much. And I just listened to it, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh," because I remember dad started listening to this one too. There are different models to grief, though. And so, 5 stages we have denial, bargaining, anger, depression, and acceptance. Now, did I go through these? I might have. I think I'm on acceptance at this point, but if I'm ever in the depression phase, I don't know if that's necessarily because of my loss, but I do know that this year in the past, I have gone through my rabbit died, my dog died, and my dad died. And so if I'm going through grief, like it might not necessarily just because of one person, it's also because all this other stuff. And it's because dang, life is very different now than it was before. Um, am I angry? No, I think I'm at acceptance with everyone. Uh, a lot of it's like a nice little trifecta of like denial, bargaining, anger, again and again and again. And then it's like now it's okay. I've accepted that certain people are not in my life anymore, and I have to, I guess, get used to it. I suppose I'm at the point that I was gonna um go to what's the word? I was gonna go to the bunny cafe to get another rabbit, but I do have two rabbits. And one day you might meet them. I have posted them on Instagram. Is it Instagram? Instagram nonstop. The names are Mocha and Mochi, and they are adorable. Um, because I don't have a link anymore. I was gonna get another rabbit, but because I have Mocha and Mochi, I think I'm okay with that. But I think in the first few days I did do the whole denial, bargaining, and anger thing again and again about dad. Just because I thought that at the time I could have done something different. I could have fixed something. I could have done acted differently. I should have argued more. I should have fought for it. Um, but in the end, it's like if you get to the depression stage, it's like you have to accept that we're not supposed to live forever, or your parents are not supposed to live forever. And I know that one of the I think I posted it recently. The there was a post about you either pay for your life or you pay for your sickness or something. Something like that. I don't know if I repeated it properly, but it's all like if you're taking care of your health, you're either taking care of your health or taking care of your health when you're sick. You kind of blame your sickness on that kind of stuff. But I think yeah, dad's at that stage. I do have recent awareness of finding out Mandela's book. I love it so much. I've got to listen to it again and again and again because I hear it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it hits me. It hits me deeply when I listen to it. I'm like, this is dad. he, I mean, South African, but it reminds me of dad, and I'm so happy about it. I think I remember hearing dad listen to this, and it's so good. I love it so much. I think I'm at the acceptance stage with dad. Um, the bunnies and the dog. Lesser extent. I definitely went through the 5 stages with my father. With the dog and the rabbit, I went through them too. 100% I did go through them. But, they said there might be 7? Let's see if I can find 7. Yeah? Yep. Bargaining. Yeah, I think I quickly went through all of them. But, it says that there was no specific time period for any of these stages, which is true, and I think that you can bounce around a bit too. Your pain is unique to you, your relationship to the person you lost is unique, and the emotional processing can feel different in each person. Take this time you need and remove any expectations of how you should be performing as you work through the grieving process. I think all in all, it's like that's just how things are gonna go. Um, I don't know if it's necessarily problematic for me in general, but it's kind of like when it comes to talking to people, I'll be like, "Oh, and also, did you know that I have my dog, my rabbit, and my dad went and died?" Um, that's like my go-to. Like, "Oh yeah, did you know that everybody in my life that I cared about died?" Um, and in times it's kind of like really, really sad because I'm like, I didn't know that everybody could just die on me. but they did. And now it's just like the residue of everything. And now knowing I have to rise above everything, and knowing that, like, not necessarily that it's just kind of weird to think about, like, how everybody died and I can live life without them. And that's just where I'm at right now. It's like I'm living life without them. And I don't know, that's just what it's like, where it's at. That's the acceptance part of life. But damn, dog. I think we're gonna continue listening to The Long Walk to Freedom, because it's weird because like it does. I have a great response to it. Not after like what it means and what it stands for, remembering Robin Island or whatever, but it does remind me of Dad a lot. And I think it's kind of the weird thing about, like, in case people didn't know that I'm part South African, because Dad came from South Africa. Um, I'm just working through it, I guess. I think that'll tie everything together more or less is the idea of being okay with what happened with Dad and him knowing. I mean, altogether, it's like him knowing that I cared and stuff. I still have to get his tattoo, which I don't think I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna do it next year. But as soon as I can get it done, I'll get it done. And I can't wait to get it done. I'm so thrilled about it. And all in all, I think that's a nice little bow to wrap it up in. Is that I think we're okay. Like it's fine. We're cool. Um, then let's talk about the anime that I recently got my hands on. Oopsies. Starting with X Boku Secret Service. Hmm. Yes, yes, I do have that. I love that, by the way. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. Um, and of course, these are anime that I would watch online, but they sometimes don't aren't there anymore. They're like so behind, like years and years old. And in addition to X Focus SS, which I love so very dearly, I have this. I think very shows my the genre that I'm usually in. We have Vampire Knights. Oh my gosh, here we have these wonderful people. And Kanme on the best. And Kaname. Oh my gosh. It has like a relationship shirt on the back. Sheesh. Oh my gosh, I love it. So love it. It's beautiful. Wonderful. I can't wait to open that up and watch that nonstop. In addition to all of these things, I also have Death Note and I have Friends. I think it's like a Friends season 10. But I also have all the rest of them. I also have House. And then I have, back in the anime vein of mine, we have Guilty Crown. So pretty. This is also weird. This is like 10 years in the future. The other one was also 10 years in the future. Hmm. I love that one. This is a great one. And oopsies. The last one I have, which I recently got because I've trying to get this on my hands for so long, is Amnesia. Because I can't say no to Amnesia ever. Amnesia is beautiful. And on the back, all of them! all the bitches. And Ukyo's here too, isn't he? Yeah, Ukyo's here. Oh. So I have all of those. Um, on my bookcase, I also have House and Friends, so I'm good to go for if I ever needed stuff to watch. There's where we go. Is oh my gosh. Yeah. I have Death Note and I have in manga form 10 count. So if I ever want to get my BL going, we got some 10 count on the way. But yes, I think I got to the stage of knowing that yeah, this is usually about the time when I'm about signing off and stuff. But in the interim, let's talk about this. I have the anticipation of I'm gonna get more nail polish. It's gonna be black and it's gonna be pretty. Can't wait. And my singing bowl is around the corner, and all the other fun stuff that I have all amongst you, this this area in general. I do plan to record a song on Monday. It's gonna be a cover song. I don't know if I'm gonna let you know what it is right now, but I will play it for 100% certainty. And yep. I think that's my cue to go. I also have my hands on all the Christmas gifts, so I'm ready to go for Christmas. Maybe next filming, I'm gonna be wrapping gifts or something. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Love X. Bye.